The winter, I don't like that part. Let me try that again. I'm gonna cut it later. Okay. Michigan, we had windstorms and ice storms and all kinds of different storms. So if you are going about collecting all the twigs and the leaves and stuff from all your trees, it's a great time to fill your raised beds. Put all your twigs and stuff in there, and then put them in raised beds. And it's a good excuse to make new beds. uh, so we are up north at the tip of the thumb, Hume Township. And man, we had a whole lot of branches coming down all over the place. So I collected a bunch of them as I was going, and I used my handy dandy cool battery operated pruner to cut up a lot of these pieces. My husband made my inexpensive arches for me, and put them in the beds for me too. And I want them to be inexpensive because I'm just going to be up here probably for vacations, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot on them. But I also want them to be very secure. So I put them down into the beds. They have stands, ready-made stands, and I started putting all of the sticks in the logs. Big sticks, big logs. I could fill these whole bed, all four of these beds up with all the sticks and logs, and then put my soil over the top of them. If I do that, the water, the rain that falls, or any watering that I do, is going to soak into the sticks in the logs, and it's going to be in the soil for the roots of the plants. And I'm not going to need to do a lot of extra watering while I'm gone. So this is one thing to consider definitely for when you vacation. But two, these are going to decompose down into the bottom of the beds, and they're going to again provide more nutrients for the plants. They also already have some funguses growing in them, so they've already got some decomposition action going on. And that's one reason why they broke off of the trees, because either a squirrel would gnaw at them or a woodpecker would peck at them and break down the twigs way up in the trees. Then the ice storms would come and wind and would snap them right off naturally. So I go ahead and put all those sticks in there, like I said. So I got some there, got some here. I want to get more. I need larger ones as well as the smaller ones. And I like to place them all around the beds, but especially I'm going to stack them probably closer to I'm going to put some bigger ones in the middles and a bunch of smaller ones at the ends, because these beds are 2 foot deep and 4 foot long. I'm 2 foot tall. And the edges of the beds tend to dry out the fastest. And I will have vining plants on top, or I'm in the edges here. And I'm going to fill these with herbs and other perennials, that deer don't eat. And I'm going to find vining plants that deer don't eat as well. That's what I'm going to do. And these beds are called Core 10 beds. I got them from the Gardenery shop, gardenery.com. They came in a dark gray, and then over the winter they have this like bronzing or copper patina, which looks really nice. It's like almost the same color as these oak leaves. Look at that. I don't know if there's comments enabled, but I can't answer them right now because I don't know how to get to those. This is my first YouTube live. So I'm trying this out just to see how it goes. But if you do have comments, put them in there and I will answer them after the live. I know it's not the same thing, but I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So look at that. That's so pretty. So these are the Core 10 beds. There's 4. They're not level right now, but I did at least go and measure the spacing out. Let's go over here. And we have active deer. There's poop, there's trail, there's tracks, and I take videos of them from my window. So I did space them equally out, about 52.5 inches at each corner. And then these inexpensive arches. These arches, I believe, were under $25. This one right here, I should point with the pruner. This one right here, it looks kind of bendy because the box isn't level. This box here is up higher on this front, this front left corner, because it's on like a wood chip pile. So we'll dig that in later on. But I wanted to see what these are going to look like, and I think it's going to look gorgeous. It's going to look gorgeous. So again, I'm going to plant things that the deer will not eat and things that don't need a lot of care. So I'm thinking herbs, perennials, pokey and smelly flowers. That's what deer don't like. And, oh, I can see the chat. Hi, hi. Hi, Eugenia Smith. Hi, Dragon 120. Hate? You hate it? I don't know what that means. You got H8. Is that hate? But, yeah, we don't like deer. Deer are not fun when they eat our gardens. And then behind these boxes is the dog run that I made to keep my puppy in. It still works. She's bigger now. She's 7 months old, a yellow lab. But to keep her in, and then if we have visitors, they also can bring their dogs out in the front if they want to, and they can sit on the deck and enjoy themselves while their dogs are playing, or even the kids. And oh my gosh, look at that. I don't know what that is. People say these are vultures, but oh yeah, that's a vulture head. Okay, a vulture head. Looking to see if I've got anything, and I don't. Hello, Mr. Vulture. I love all the wild birds and all the wild birds that are coming back. Anyway, so it's on the other side of the dog pen that I made, dog run that I made. This I actually made also with a gate. I can open it from the inside, and I want it that way because if the dogs press against the fence, I don't want them pushing it open. But I can lift it open. I can put the dog in. I have a tether. I could put her on if I needed to, but I can open that gate, close it back up again, and fasten it, work out here, and she's right here. So while I'm gathering other sticks, there goes a truck, other sticks or things in the garden, and I want to throw them to her, she's right there, I'm right here, and everything is good. Life is good. And then it's a really cool, it looks really nice from the porch too. I'm not concerned about the posts themselves. They're really pretty invisible once everything grows up. So, yes, this is what I'm doing here. Oh, somebody else says something. What is it? Jennifer Mays. Hi. Oh, you got little crowns and number 1s and number 2s. That's awesome. Okay. All right. So, I wanted to show you, too, this cool pruner. This is not an advertisement. I am not sponsored. I can provide the Amazon link. And I am an associate, but I do not get paid by Craftsman. And it's 120 volt. And for you tool freaks, it already has just a Craftsman battery. So any of the Craftsman batteries that you have, what did I get on that? Oh, that's not even mine. That wasn't my battery. Any of the Craftsman batteries that you have will just fit in here really nicely. And I think it said it would cut like, I don't know, like 1,000 cuts or something. Like death by 1,000 cuts. But watch this. This is so cool. Now, granted, this is not fresh wood. I was just checking really quick to see. Yeah, once I level these, it's going to look really nice. Because right now they're just kind of wonky, these beds. Boop, 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 boop. But when I cut these, they are dead wood. So it's going to cut really like butter. There's safety down here. You push it down. And then you just press this little trigger like a pew pew, and watch this. Well, I'll do it from the bottom here. Boop. I'll try not to make the noises while I'm doing it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Love that it's rechargeable. And I'm only using the one hand because the other hand's holding the phone, but the other hand also is recovering from surgery. So it's a little heavy. But I don't feel like my arm can't do it. My right hand is doing fine. That's my dominant hand, so. Oh, love it. And then you can just move it. It's not hard. Check that out. Isn't that cool? I'm not counting them. I'm just going to keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. And I want to go back and get some more sticks because like this one only has a few logs in there. So I want to add more. I could, because these are 2 foot tall, I could add sticks all the way up to that first foot. And as long as I have at least 10 to 12 inches of soil at the top here, everything is going to grow just fine. And it's also, the sticks are also going to take up space in the beds. So I don't have to use soil, all the soil for that, to fill them up. The other part is, oh, let me switch hands here. Okay. The other part is, some people say, oh, if you do that, you're going to change the composition of your soil is going to sour, blah, 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 all that other stuff. That's not actually true. What you need to do, if you don't believe me, is go out to the woods and take a quick walk. You will see that trees are have fallen over, and all their little sticks are on the ground too. And then the leaves fall, like there's leaves there. They fall, debris falls from the trees, bird doo-doo goes onto there as well. And everything builds up on top of those trees, and then things grow really, really, really well. As they decompose, the soil in a forest is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So do not believe it when they say, oh, if you put sticks in there, you're going to sour your soil. Now, people say that about wood chips too, as mulch. And again, that's a myth. If you put wood chips on top of the soil as a mulch, like leaves would be, and you do not mix it in to the soil that you're growing in, it's fine. But if you mix in wood chips with your soil, you're going to have a problem because the wood chips are going to try to break down. And you don't want that happening. You don't want that process happening. Now this, I don't like that. That looks like something tagged it, probably. We do have some cats around here. I wonder if I could rub it off. I'll see if I could rub that spot and change the shape of it. But I love the patina. I love that color. It's really pretty. Got some more sticks I need to do. And then, what else could I tell you about this? Oh yeah, so I wanted to put the arches in. They're going to stay there when we go home. But I just heard a cat. They're going to stay in there. And I do have those stands at the bottom. And I could put like big rocks on the bottom, but I think once I put the sticks in and fill it a little bit more, they're going to be okay. But I wanted to see how they are. They aren't really, really heavy either. So when the wind blows, and just for directions, that is north and that is south. North, south. So that's the west and this is the east. So as the winds blow, they're small enough that like any vibrations or whatever it's not going to do much to them. While we're gone, I may end up zip tying them like to the fence at least, so they have less chance of blowing away or falling out or whatever. But for now, that's what I'm doing, and I do things a little at a time. There's a running saying in our family: "How does a mouse eat an elephant? One bite at a time." That's kind of what I do. I do a little at a time. So up here, I started with a very small section here with some perennials. I added to it. I put in bulbs for spring flowers. I put in garlic for garlic. And then I brought in the boxes and put those in. Now this trip, we've got the arches in, so I could see what that looks like. And now I'm putting the sticks in. And I'm contemplating, I'm not sure. The husband asked about whether we're going to put those oak leaves in there. And the hard part is the oak leaves take a while to break down usually, at least exposed to the air and stuff. I may be able to shove them in there and they will break down naturally from the microbes. What do you think? I'm not positive if I would do that or not. Oak leaves. Because I got plenty. But the thing is too, I like bugs. I like the natural bugs. I like wildlife. So if I create gardens, I'm gonna get a stick here. If I create gardens and then shred the leaves where they're living, that's not cool. Or use up the leaves where they're living. That's not cool. That's not very nice. And it's like, here, come to my garden. Let me kill you with a lawnmower or something else. And I don't want to do that. So Eugenia, what do you think? Would you do that? Would you put oak leaves in there? That's the running question. Oh, just missed that one. There we go. Not positive. I mean, there are some in there that naturally fell in, but just don't know for sure. I gotta decide. And actually, I can use my Google as my friend and ask as well. Hi, Bailey. Y5H. Bailey-ish. Here's my question for you. So I'm putting in dead sticks as I find them around the yard. But then I also have a lot of oak leaves. Would you put those oak leaves in these beds too? Or would you just leave the oak leaves out? Let me know. Anyone, let me know. Because sometimes group consensus is easier. Sometimes it's not. I don't know. But I'm showing off the Corten beds and the arches. And then the other consideration I had for the cost of the arches is that I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money in case they walk away. So those are two considerations I had. Yep. So let's look at them again once more from a distance, from the road. Get that perspective. They're a little wonky because the beds themselves, I have not leveled the beds yet. I've placed them where I want them, but I haven't leveled them. But yeah, they look pretty nice. I'm kind of liking it. Let's look at it from the... I like to look at things from different angles. That's just how I work. It's important to me. Details are important. Perspectives are important. Oh, look at that. I suppose if I move the wheelbarrow, it would look even better. You would not do it. Okay, Bailey. What? And tell me why you wouldn't put the oak leaves in with the sticks. So that I understand. While you're doing that, got more oak leaves over here. I started planting cone flowers. I'm just going to do cone flowers and butterfly bush all along here, which is the west side of the dog run. And it'll give them a little bit of shade in the afternoon. Coming around here. Could probably put my pruners away. My hand's getting cold. So why would you not put leaves in there? There's the opening for the dog run. And then, oh, my hands. The sticks I'm putting in the bottoms of the raised beds. The raised beds are 2 foot tall. So I'm putting the sticks in the bottoms of the raised beds. 1 for moisture, 2 for nutrients as they break down, 3 for less soil, 4 for a little bit of aeration. And then the leaves are going to go on top to fill the rest of the boxes. There's Puppy. There's Puppy. So that's what they look like from the porch. So if we're enjoying the porch, that's going to look really cool when it's all done. That's on the north side of the house. So north side of the whole yard. There's lots of sun over that way. They'll grow really well. They'll grow well. And then so will the butterfly attracting plants. And it will also give some enrichment for the pups. Because dogs like to watch things that fly and things like that. Oh yeah, there's my my Bigfoot wind chime. And then I already took out, I had a sickly Rose of Sharon bush here, which gets no sun, almost no sun. It's the north side of the house, totally in the shade. And so I took that one out and cut it up into sticks for the pup. And then we've got these nasty, well, I don't want to say nasty, sickly roses. They don't get very much sun either. And I thought I might move them last year, but they're going to have to just go too. And the reason I say that is, again, look where the gate is for the dog run. I mean, the dog would get caught up in it. I don't want her getting poked. I don't want her friends getting poked when they're trying to play and trying to bury their bones in the sand. So yes, we have like total sand. So the plantings I did over there, I actually brought some composted manure in, and I'll just keep adding over there. And I just put the leaves over the top, plus the leaves blew from the west side to cover those up. I have plant lists of things that grow well in sandy soil. I also have a lot of other garden resources on my website, which is, and they're for free. There's free ones and there's some paid ones, some guides that you might find helpful. And the website is thelazynortherngardener.com. Now I'll put the link in the, I think I could put it in the comments later. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's what I was trying to do with the sticks. Fill up the bottom half of those beds for moisture, aeration, nutrients as it composts down, and then less soil has to be used in the beds. And so then I didn't know if I should put the leaves. See, I got a lot of leaves still. And my dilemma, the wildlife dilemma, is if I use the leaves, there could be critters, good critters I like, hanging out inside of them. So I'm not sure I want to do that. Plus, they're oak leaves, and oak leaves usually take a long time to break down. At least out here they do. Some people would shred them first into pieces, and they break down faster. But again, if I shred them, then I'd be killing the wildlife that I like so much. So, all right, getting cold. It's time to get going. And what I'll put in these boxes is going to be things that deer don't like, pokies and smellies. I may be able to tuck a few little food things in there, but we'll see. But for sure, I can do herbs and perennials that are pokey and smelly. And I say perennials too because I don't necessarily want to have to keep coming out here and caring for them since it's a vacation home. So, yeah, I hope that made more sense. I know this lady on this YouTube video, and she's talking about why would you not use the leaves? Well, it's the dilemma I have. I want to attract the butterflies and the praying mantises and the oh, what's the other thing? Some other good bugs that winter in the leaves. Luna moth, I think they're in the leaves too. And sometimes there's bees in the ground, and the leaves are covering their holes. So I don't want to disturb the wildlife, but I also want food gardens for people. So, all right, that's all I got today. If you've got questions, let me know. I'd love to help you get some answers to questions. And like I said, I do have free resources on my website, thelazynortherngardener.com, in my shop. You click the hamburger menu when you're in there. That gets you right to the shop. Otherwise, you can kind of just look at the website if you like. That's all I got, guys. And how do I stop this? I don't know either, because this is new. I'll post a picture of this later on in the YouTube from the back and the front without the ugly yellow wheelbarrow. All right, take it easy. Share with my audience. Puppy link? Oh, so how do I end it? I don't know. No questions. Okay, thanks, Bailey. I'm going to just hit the X, I think. X. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, okay.